Tonight, you travel back to medieval England. The year is around 1280. The great stone castle before you has stood proudly for generations, watching over rolling green hills, quiet forests, and peaceful villages. But tonight is not a story of war or kings. Instead, it is a gentle journey through the calm and comforting rhythm of everyday life inside a medieval castle. Take a slow, deep breath. Allow your shoulders to relax. Imagine the cool morning air brushing softly against your face. The first light of dawn begins to spread across the English countryside. A light mist covers the fields surrounding the castle walls. Birds sing from ancient oak trees as the rising sun paints the sky with soft shades of gold and pale pink. Before you stands the castle. Its tall stone towers glow warmly beneath the morning light. Colourful banners flutter gently in the breeze. The wooden drawbridge stretches across a quiet moat where ducks glide peacefully upon the still water. You slowly cross the bridge. Your footsteps echo softly against the ancient wooden planks. The heavy oak gates stand open, welcoming villagers, travellers and merchants beginning another ordinary day. Inside the castle courtyard, life awakens gently. A blacksmith lights the first fire inside his workshop. The steady crackle of burning wood mixes with the cheerful songs of birds overhead. Nearby, a baker removes warm loaves of fresh bread from a large stone oven. The wonderful aroma drifts through the cool morning air. Stable hands quietly brush the castle horses. The animals breathe calmly as the first rays of sunlight reach the courtyard. A gardener carefully waters herbs and flowers growing beside the castle walls. Lavender, rosemary, and thyme fill the air with their pleasant fragrance. You pause beside an old stone well at the center of the courtyard. Fresh water sparkles far below. Several villagers arrive carrying wooden buckets while quietly greeting one another with warm smiles. Everything feels peaceful. Nobody rushes. Nobody raises their voice. Life follows the slow rhythm of the seasons. You climb a narrow spiral staircase leading to the castle walls. From the top, the view is breathtaking. Rolling green hills stretch endlessly toward the horizon. Small farms rest quietly between forests and winding rivers. Sheep graze peacefully in open meadows, while tiny cottages send thin streams of smoke into the clear morning sky. A gentle breeze carries the scent of fresh grass and distant wildflowers. Far below, the village slowly comes alive. Merchants open wooden stalls, children chase one another along narrow lanes, church bells ring softly across the valley. You close your eyes for a moment. The peaceful sounds surround you. The breeze, the birds, the distant bells, the quiet conversations below. Everything blends into a gentle melody. As the golden sun climbs higher above the castle towers, another calm day begins in medieval England, and your peaceful journey through this ancient world has only just begun. The morning sun now rises fully above the castle walls. Its warm golden light gently spreads across the stone courtyard, bringing every corner of the castle to life. The cool morning mist slowly disappears, revealing colourful flower gardens, ancient stone buildings, and narrow pathways polished smooth by countless footsteps over many generations. You walk slowly through the courtyard. The peaceful sounds of everyday life surround you. A blacksmith gently works inside his small stone workshop. His hammer strikes glowing iron with slow, steady rhythm. The sound echoes softly through the castle grounds. Nearby, the village baker removes another batch of warm bread from the great stone oven. The rich aroma fills the fresh morning air. Fresh loaves cool upon wooden tables while birds gather hopefully nearby. Several women carry woven baskets filled with apples, onions, herbs, and fresh vegetables gathered from nearby gardens. Children quietly help carry small buckets of water from the old stone well, standing proudly at the center of the courtyard. Its crystal clear water has served the castle for generations. A stable boy carefully brushes the coat of a large chestnut horse. The horse stands peacefully beneath the morning sun, occasionally swishing its tail while enjoying the cool breeze. Nearby, several chickens wander freely across the courtyard searching for grain. A sleepy orange cat stretches lazily upon a warm stone wall before curling up once again beneath the sunshine. Everything feels wonderfully calm. You continue walking beneath tall stone archways decorated with climbing ivy. Tiny birds have built nests high within the wooden beams. Their cheerful songs drift gently through the open air. The scent of lavender and rosemary grows stronger as you approach the castle garden. Beautiful flowers bloom beside carefully trimmed hedges. Honeybees drift peacefully from flower to flower. Butterflies dance slowly above the blossoms. A gentle fountain quietly pours water into a small stone basin. The soft sound of flowing water creates a relaxing melody. You pause beside the fountain. The cool spray refreshes the warm morning air. For several peaceful moments, you simply listen. The birds, the fountain, the distant ringing of church bells from the village below. Everything blends together into perfect harmony. Beyond the castle walls, farmers begin working in green fields stretching toward the horizon. Sheep graze peacefully beneath ancient oak trees. Smoke rises gently from small cottages scattered across the countryside. The entire landscape glows beneath the warm English sunshine. You climb a short staircase leading to one of the castle towers. From here, the view is breathtaking. Rolling hills covered with wildflowers stretch endlessly beneath the blue sky. A quiet river winds gracefully through the valley below. Tiny wooden bridges connect peaceful villages hidden among forests. The breeze feels cool upon your face. It carries the scent of fresh grass, wildflowers, and distant pine forests. For a few quiet moments, you simply breathe, slowly, calmly. The worries of the modern world seem impossibly far away. Only this peaceful castle, only this beautiful countryside, only the quiet rhythm of medieval life. As the morning continues, servants prepare the great hall for the midday meal. Wooden tables are carefully arranged. Fresh bread, cheese, fruit, and warm stew will soon be shared among everyone living within the castle walls. Life here is simple, gentle, peaceful. Every task is completed with patience and care. The castle itself seems alive, yet never hurried. Stone walls warmed by the morning sun, wooden doors opening softly. The quiet footsteps of everyday life continuing exactly as they have for centuries. You smile quietly as you continue your gentle journey deeper into the heart of medieval England. Your peaceful adventure has only just begun. As the morning slowly turns toward midday, you enter the heart of the castle, the Great Hall. Massive oak doors open quietly before you. Warm sunlight pours through tall windows, filling the room with soft, golden light. Long wooden tables stretch from one end of the hall to the other. Fresh bread, cheese, apples, and steaming bowls of vegetable stew are carefully placed upon the polished wood. The smell is comforting. A great stone fireplace burns gently at one end of the room. Its crackling fire fills the hall with warmth. Colourful banners hang from heavy wooden beams high above your head. Everything feels calm. Families gather together for the midday meal. Children whisper quietly while sharing warm bread. Elders tell gentle stories about changing seasons and peaceful harvests. No one rushes. Every conversation is slow and relaxed. You sit quietly beside the fire. The warmth reaches your hands. Outside, birds continue singing beyond the castle windows. For several peaceful moments, nothing demands your attention, only the comforting rhythm of medieval life. After the meal, the hall slowly grows quiet once again. The castle prepares for a peaceful afternoon. Leaving the great hall behind, you walk into the castle gardens. The afternoon sun shines warmly upon carefully tended flower beds. Lavender, roses and rosemary fill the air with gentle fragrance. A narrow stone path winds peacefully between blooming flowers. Honeybees drift lazily from blossom to blossom. Butterflies dance above the colourful gardens. A small marble fountain stands quietly at the centre. Crystal clear water flows gently into a round stone basin. You pause beside it. The sound of flowing water calms your mind almost instantly. Nearby, gardeners quietly trim hedges and care for herbs that will later be used in the castle kitchens. Apple trees bend beneath ripe fruit. Pear trees sway softly in the breeze. The castle walls rise proudly behind the gardens, yet the space feels peaceful and welcoming. You sit beneath a large oak tree. A cool breeze brushes gently across your face. Above, white clouds drift slowly across the bright blue sky. Everything moves at nature's pace. Nothing feels hurried. The peaceful beauty of the gardens invites you to simply breathe and rest. The afternoon continues as you leave the castle through its great wooden gates. A peaceful village rests just beyond the walls. Small stone cottages line the narrow roads. Thatched roofs glow beneath the warm afternoon sunlight. Smoke rises gently from stone chimneys. The smell of fresh bread drifts through the village. Children laugh quietly while playing beside a small stream. A shepherd leads sheep across a green meadow. Blacksmiths continue their work with slow, steady rhythm. A carpenter shapes wooden furniture beneath the shade of an old oak tree. Women hang freshly washed clothes outside their cottages where they move gently in the breeze. Nearby, an old mill turns slowly beside a flowing river. The steady sound of water creates another peaceful melody. You continue walking along the village path. Wildflowers bloom beside wooden fences. A friendly dog stretches lazily beneath the afternoon sun. Birds gather upon cottage rooftops before taking flight together into the clear sky. The villagers greet one another warmly. Everyone knows each other. Life feels simple. Life feels safe. You pause upon a small wooden bridge crossing the quiet stream. The water reflects the blue sky above. For a few peaceful moments, you simply stand and admire the beauty of this medieval world. The worries of the future disappear. Only the gentle sounds of flowing water, birdsong, and soft afternoon wind remain. As the sun slowly begins its journey toward the western hills, you quietly make your way back toward the castle. Your peaceful journey through medieval England continues. As the afternoon slowly fades, you step inside one of the quietest places in the castle. The small library. Rows of wooden shelves hold carefully written manuscripts bound in leather. A monk slowly copies words onto fresh parchment, using a feather quill. The only sounds are the gentle scratching of the pen and the crackling fireplace nearby. Sunlight filters through colourful stained glass windows, painting soft patterns across the stone floor. You continue into the castle chapel. Tall candles burn quietly beside the altar. The peaceful silence fills the room. You sit on a simple wooden bench and close your eyes for a few moments. The cool stone walls, the warm candlelight, and the gentle stillness make time seem to slow. Outside, church bells ring softly across the countryside. Their quiet echo drifts through the open windows before fading into the distance. You take one slow breath after another. The castle feels completely peaceful. You climb the winding staircase to the highest tower. The sun is now sinking toward the western hills. Golden light covers the castle walls. The rooftops of the village glow beneath the evening sky. Farmers slowly return home. Sheep gather inside wooden fences. Smoke rises gently from cottage chimneys. The sky changes from gold to orange, then soft pink, then purple. A cool breeze moves across the tower. Below, the river reflects the colourful sunset like polished glass. Birds fly together toward the forest before night arrives. Everything feels calm. You lean gently against the ancient stone wall and quietly watch the last rays of sunlight disappear beyond the horizon. The castle seems wrapped in golden peace. End of part 7/8. Evening by the fireplace. Darkness slowly settles across medieval England. Inside the great hall, the large stone fireplace burns brightly. Families gather together after a long, peaceful day. A pot of warm vegetable stew gently simmers above the fire. Fresh bread rests upon the table. Children quietly listen as an elderly storyteller speaks about old legends and distant forests. His voice is slow and gentle. No one interrupts. The fire crackles softly. Outside, the cool evening wind brushes against the castle walls. Inside, everything feels warm and safe. You sit comfortably beside the fire. The warmth relaxes your body. The dancing flames create gentle shadows across the wooden ceiling. Your breathing becomes slower. Your thoughts become lighter. It feels like the perfect place to end a peaceful day. End of part 8. Part 9. A quiet night inside the castle. The castle slowly falls asleep. Oil lamps glow softly along quiet stone hallways. The courtyard is almost empty. Only a single guard walks slowly along the walls, watching peacefully over the sleeping village below. The stars appear one by one above the castle towers. The moon rises gently above the surrounding forests. A cool breeze moves through the trees. Owls call softly from distant branches. You walk quietly through the silent courtyard one final time. The fountain continues flowing. The horses rest peacefully inside the stable. Everything feels still. Everything feels safe. You pause beneath the moonlight and look across the valley. Tiny lights from distant cottages flicker softly beneath the endless sky. The entire countryside sleeps peacefully. End of part 9, part 10, Sleeping Beneath the Medieval Sky. The night grows deeper. The castle is completely silent. The fireplace has become glowing embers. Only the soft whisper of the wind can be heard beyond the stone walls. You return to your quiet chamber. A warm wool blanket rests upon the wooden bed. A single candle flickers gently beside the window. Outside, the stars shine brightly above medieval England. The moonlight bathes the castle towers in silver. The peaceful village below sleeps soundly. There are no worries here, no hurry, no noise. Only the comforting rhythm of another quiet night in the countryside. You take one final slow breath. The cool night air enters through the open window. Your eyes grow heavier. Your thoughts drift away. The ancient castle The peaceful village, the rolling green hills, and the quiet English countryside slowly fade into silence. As medieval England sleeps beneath the endless stars, you gently drift into a deep, peaceful, and restful sleep.